Alright, well this is going to be a little bit of an ad hoc video about this model. And first, a little bit of history about this model. First and foremost, I'm not an expert model reviewer. And full disclosure, I actually 3D modeled this model. And basically, about 8 years ago, I can't believe it's been this long. 8 years ago, Tom Rasch, which is the artist that designed and created the concept art for this, and I got together. I actually found his stuff on a Starship Modeler forum that I was visiting, and I approached him and said, "Hey, I like your concept art. Can I model it?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." And basically that's what I did. This is actually his concept work right here, and my 3D model is right here. And there are some subtle differences, mainly between, the nacelles here. Just some subtle differences that I kind of made just to kind of work better in 3D versus 2D. But it all came out looking very, very close to what his design, and actually worked very closely to make sure that it was within his intended spirit of the model, because I wanted to make sure it was true to what his, intentions were for it. And so that's where this model came from. We've been trying to get this thing to get 3D printed and a model made for many years. And we've, some people have come and gone that have offered to work with Tom and get things going. None of them really turned out to be successful because honestly, this is not an easy 3D model to try to get into a model kit form. Just because you've got this arch here, you've got a lot of overhanging faces, even this grill work here, it's not going to be real easy to get a cast to make any type of models. And so we finally got some Marshall models. He's been working with us, and this is actually the first time I'm opening this and seeing this firsthand. So this is kind of a reaction on my part, in that I've done 3D modeling in the past, honestly, just for like things like my phone case. I 3D modeled the my phone case because I own a Jeep, and I make my own phone cases. But this is honestly one of the first times I've had a spaceship that I've modeled. I do a lot of flight simulator and aircraft, but this is the first time I've really been able to like have one of my 3D models in my hand. So this is actually really exciting for me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this thing up right here. This is how it came to me. And let's see what we got here. Make sure it's nice and packed well. Okay, looks like here's the first piece right here. So let's get another. I don't want to get these peanuts all over the place. I think these are the nacelles. Looks like, oh, this is a much bigger piece right here. Oh, all right. Here, this is either the upper or the lower body, but it's actually got some weight to it, which and it's packed pretty well. Don't know if you can see that. Some more pieces. We got some water slide decals, it looks like. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get this box out of the way. And let's go ahead and take out this first. Alright, okay, it's one of the nacelles. Alright, that's actually really nice. So, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it looks like there's some stepping right here, but feeling it, it feels pretty smooth. Looks a little bit warped, but we'll see. But yeah, you can see some of where the sprue or the support materials were back here. So this, I believe, is a resin 3D print. And then, well, the packing is definitely done very well. Oh, okay, so they're both the upper and lower part is in here. Okay, that's good. Boy, that's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Oh, this is going to be nice and big. Oh, yeah, that's nice. So it looks like there is some warping here, but it looks like there's some play in here, so I'm going to be able to fix that. Let's get this out of here. And more of the nacelles. So this is going to be interesting in that I was wondering how they were going to do this, because I have quite a bit of detail. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but there's quite a bit of detail in this overhang. There's a vent here. I just put some greebles in here, and these two pieces kind of come together, and that's why it's going to be really hard to get like a cast mold, is because of that. Looks like some of the resin didn't quite cure and stuck to the foam here. I have a little bit of that over here too, but I can sand that off, I believe. And then this should be the arch. Yeah, that's the arch. There's even some detail in here. Some, just some like radiator vents or cooling vents. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Yeah, there we go. Get the camera to focus up on that. See if we can. Yeah, there we go. And then I was really curious to see how well this clear resin, because there's a couple of clear pieces that I wanted, which is this canopy. It's more of a over domed than, you know, a typical pilot canopy, and there's also some pieces around here that I wanted clear. So let's see how that turned out. So if somebody had some really good skills, they could make a light system for this. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. So this is going to be the dome. These guys right here are for the rear cooling, or I don't know what we want to call this, but they're for right here. And it looks like these are cast. And then here are some more pieces. Let's get rid of this. These guys right here are going to be fitting right into here. And then these guys will go right into there. So let's get rid of this guy out of there. So this is basically the model in its full glory, and there's definitely going to be a bit of warping here that we're going to have to. It feels like this is pliable. You know, the surface feels nice and smooth. Maybe a little bit of sanding could be done. So here, let's go ahead and get a look at that surface. But yeah, it seems flexible, so it looks like we'll have some room to play with. Yeah, and this isn't the inside, and you can see there's some ribs here for strengthening. Surface preparation for that wouldn't be too much. And then same thing for the bottom half. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit more involved than a standard kit will have to be. So there's definitely going to be some gaps and fitment. I don't even know what would be best glue for this type of thing. I've never worked with any of these. But this is going to be really difficult to do just because this is such a flat area. But we've got those vent overhangs, and then let's see. Yeah, it's going to go like this. So this is definitely going to be an advanced model. So, and then we got the water slides right here. So this is going to definitely be an interesting model to put together. Don't think it's going to be as simple as like a Tamiya or a Bandai model, but yeah, this is going to be really interesting. It's a lot bigger than I thought too, which is nice. But anyways, just wanted to give you a first look and some impressions, and hope you enjoy the models.